And we're back.
What are we doing, Ives?
So I was just wondering, because it looks like the ripples are only at the bottom of the screen now. Does that mean you're not in water?
I'm in like a little air pocket above water.
Okay.
Ives, can you tell me a little thing about spikes in video games?
They are instant death, and they're the bane of my existence in video games.
Yeah, it's true. And we're just coming off Mega Man X.
Yes.
So spikes in that game were very bad.
Why are they not doing anything?
So spikes in any other room but this room would hurt Samus a lot. But these spikes? Nah. These are faux spikes.
How do you figure that out without...
And not only that,
fucking up?
That's not on the fucking map.
Okay.
So it's like one of those Castlevania 2 clear next to the wall and a tornado will come pick you up situations.
It's an eyeball door.
My only defense is blinking. Why?
He's got wiggly tendrils.
So I should be able to do it, even though I will continuously complain about the controller throughout. These little things on the wall shoot electric bolts.
Okay.
So if you break them with your regular missiles, they just become like electrical conduits.
Okay. Does that help you in any way?
Those are babies. Babies, whatever. They're babies. They can't hurt. So electrical conduits underwater are pretty hazardous, but so is a big fucking water dragon. So I have a grappling hook. I'm going to try and get this thing to catch me and connect my grappling hook to one of those conduits. Ow.
He's like...
spanking me. I know,
he's
just saying.
you with his dick tail.
Dick
tail. Whoa. Wow,
Right
this
there.
is really nauseating how it goes back and forth. Like...
There we go. And it's an instant kill for Rob.
Oh, wow. Is that the only way to kill it, or is like like a Mega Man X like regular Mega Buster way to do it?
The traditional way of fighting that guy is shooting it in the belly while crouched and avoiding all of its attacks and these energy beams.
Okay.
And getting your ass handed to you the whole fight.
So did you figure out that shortcut on your own, or did you
Of course not. I'm not that intelligent. I think that was a Nintendo Power.
Okay.
I don't remember if there were missiles in this room. That's what I'm looking for.
Space jump.
So now I don't have to wall jump anymore.
Okay.
Now I can wall jump mid-air.
Because you got Space Jordans.
Because I got Space Jordans. See, look at that. It's a bit of
awesome.
magic right there. And it makes a cool sound. Also, if I charge up, anything that crosses my path while I'm fully charged
Gets damaged.
takes damage.
Sweet.
Things are looking up for Rob.
So what percentage of the game would you say you're through now?
Way more than 50%.
Really?
Yeah. Before we started recording tonight, I was just like, well, let's record something new. Some new material, some new game we haven't touched yet. And then I was thinking, we should really finish stuff we already started.
Yeah,
Plus, we don't have a lot of time today, either.
After, our very first recording for the channel, which was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, we had a really bad string of not finishing games that we started.
Yeah, I was thinking about that on the way over, too. I was like, it's kind of good that we named the channel A Bit Of, because we don't really finish anything.
Yeah.
At all. I think it was Vanishing of Ethan Carter and Mega Man X.
Yeah.
There's probably one other in there, but...
Well, we did finish Inside, but that was more recent.
True. And that was a really engaging, easy-to-play game as well.
Yeah. And to be fair, we had also played a lot of multiplayer games where they're not really...
There's no end.
A campaign or anything to finish, so...
Right.
Although I feel like now that we're in our social distancing mode still, we should really take the opportunity to finish Borderlands 3.
Oh, we're never going to finish Borderlands. That's not going to happen.
Damn it.
You really liked that game, didn't you?
I do. I liked it more than the second one, and I like the second one a lot, yeah. I like the first one a lot for introducing the concept.
I feel like that's a tall order, because 2 to me was the perfect Borderlands game.
So what detracted from the second one for me was the concept of slag, I think it was, the purple debuff crap that you had to cover everything in the harder difficulties, so you could do bonus damage. And if you didn't do that, every fight took forever because every boss or every enemy was like a bullet sponge. That mechanic really drained me after a while playing that game. And the fact that they didn't keep that in Borderlands 3 was like the godsend.
The first thing I noticed in Borderlands 3, because I really hated that as well. And one of the things that I noticed, like off the bat in Borderlands 3, was the fact that you didn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But also, you really had to pay attention to, like, this enemy's weak to fire.
Yes.
This enemy's weak to poison. So they got rid of slag, but at the same time, I don't want to say they made it worse, but they added more importance to the other elements.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
well,
it's just, I don't know.
That
annoyance for another doesn't really fix the problem.
Yeah, but that mechanic did exist in the first one, just wasn't as pronounced. They leaned on it harder in subsequent games.
Oh my god, I can't double jump anymore. These Pro controllers are garbage. Nintendo, fix this. Doesn't your dad work for Nintendo?
Yeah. My dad works for having only half of his brain still functioning right now.
His dad is like the king of like computer scams.
Yep.
And he's like a smart dude.
Oh yeah, he basically helped me learn computers when I was a kid. So the fact that he falls for shit that's like plainly obvious now.
He's fallen for the like, sir, there's a problem with your computer from the man over the phone scam.
Yep.
Like, what, twice already?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Ives. I can't hurt these dudes. Whatever will I do?
You have to get a weapon upgrade.
Oh,
plasma
look.
Beam.
A plasma beam. How conveniently located.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 shots. I gotta remember that.
But last thing I wanted to say about Borderlands 2 is I don't know if
sorry.
As a perfect example of what we were talking about, I don't know if you remember this or not, but one of the post-campaign bosses that you could fight, I don't remember his name.
Was it a big worm in the hole?
No, you had to... Well, that was one of them. I forgot about that.
That was a
one.
really fun fight.
Yeah. That was another good example of a really fucking long, split, spongy fight. But there was a dude you had to fight in like a sewer system. I think his name was like Pete something.
Pete?
And
Sewer Pete?
he had this crazy shield that you had to cut through like several times. And the problem was you would fill the room with poison and fire constantly, so you would, constantly be taking damage. And the way you and I exploited it was there was a place in the room where you could hop up on a ledge and hide behind some pipes.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, because his fight was in like a chasm.
Yes. But it took forever. So if you didn't have some sort of life restoration effect that you could constantly rely on, you were not getting through that fight at all.
Oh, you have to get good, Ives.
I suppose.
Take me, sand monster! Wait, I don't think this is the hole with the sand monster, actually. Crap. Where's the room with the sand monster, Ives?
I don't know.
What fuck good are you?
Those look like little dancing cucumber Squirtle things.
If that was a thing, yes, that's what that would look like. Did you ever play Pokemon? You never talk about it.
No, Pokemon was just after I was like a little too old to really appreciate it. Like I was already
same.
I was already in high school by the time anything Pokemon related even was mentioned, and I was like,
you were too
halfway
cool.
through college
Too cool.
when it became huge in the U.S.
Yeah, same for me. Like Pokemon became huge when I was. Fuck off. When I was in high school, so of course I was just like, that game's for babies. It's stupid. And meanwhile, like I turned 28 and I was like, this is awesome. How did I miss out on this?
I did get sucked into Yu-Gi-Oh for a while though, working at Blockbuster, because they sold those cards
by
the dozens, or the packs at least. And
take me, sand monster.
the one thing as a Blockbuster employee is when you work there full time and you work during the day, when everyone's working and no one comes into the store, it is really fucking boring.
Plenty of time to open up Yu-Gi-Oh packs.
Yeah. And actually play the game with your coworkers to pass the time. That job became 10 times more tolerable.
When Yu-Gi-Oh came out.
Yeah. I mean, not that it was bad. Like, you know, we'd watch movies in the store and stuff, but the problem was you were limited to movies that were PG or below in terms of rating.
Oh, because it was public.
Yeah, so you'd end up watching the same 5 movies like on a weekly basis. And other than that, all there was to do was clean and restock the shelves and rewind tapes.
And if I know anything about Blockbuster, that place gets dirty real quick.
Yeah. Our store was in a flood zone too, so there were exciting days where we would just watch the street out front of our store turn into a river.
And higher.
Yeah.
Like any somewhat rainy day.
Yep.
Oh. I'm trying to cheat the system every chance I get.
Can you not spin all? Oh, there you go. Can you not get in the hole while you're spin jumping?
No. The trick is to turn into a ball in the air after a spin jump and try and get in there.
You look like a really sloppy tie-dye pinwheel when you're
crap.
spin jumping.
Oh, poop stains. You try and spin around without being all weird looking, Mr. Hernia. Shit on my tie-dye job. There we go.
You did it.
Like that was so out of the way for me to do to begin with.
I rewatched
the
Firm last night, the Tom Cruise movie and Gene Hackman movie from 1993, which I could have sworn was like a late 80s movie, but apparently now my brain has associated the early 90s and the late 80s into one
Why can I not
mini
go
decade.
I miss Gene Hackman.
Is he dead? Or is he still alive?
That's the thing. He hasn't done anything noteworthy
In a long time.
Exactly. So if he's still around, who knows? Because he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
I have to resort to using the internet to find out if a celebrity's alive? That sounds like bullshit and work.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So remember that hole I couldn't get up? Now that I have spin jumpies.
Yay. Oh, this is like the shaft in the end of Mega Man X.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna recharge on energy like a billion times. Oh my god, this fucking... Can you hear me making clicks with this controller, trying to get shit to work?
You sound just like me complaining about the controller during our Mega Man X playthrough. You can do it.
Oh. That hurts.
Do it harder.
I'm trying to. I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Come on, push yourself out the shaft.
It's like when you're getting down and dirty with a nice lady and she's just like, deeper, and you're like, it's balls. It's down to balls. There's nothing left. I've never had that happen to me. I just think it's really funny to hear.
I've never had this happen to me either, but I gotta imagine it's gotta suck if it ever has to anybody.
Are you in yet?
Yes.
There was a girl I used to work with who was dating another coworker, and she was complaining about the first time they hooked up, how he didn't know how things really worked.
Okay.
And she was experienced.
Right.
Oh fuck, I messed up. I wasn't paying attention. I was telling a sexy story. And she was just like, he stuck his dick between my thighs and came really quick after that. Fuck, I fucked up again. So he basically just fucked her legs.
Okay.
High up toward the crotch, I guess. And called it a night.
I mean, maybe that's how he did it when he was by himself.
Fuck someone else's thighs.
Or tucked it back and fucked his own thighs.
Oh, you went... Make it.
This is how sex works.
Yeah. Oh, I missed it. Fuck.
That thing looks like a what are they called? The cactus enemies in Mario.
Cactuses?
I want to call them prickly Jims, but that's not right.
Prickly Jim. Alright, there we go. I have to make sure this thing stays alive to dig through this, because apparently none of my weapons go through sand.
Okay. Video game logic.
Yeah, video game logic to the nth degree. So, like, is a thigh job a thing? Because
I don't know.
up until that point, I never heard of that. And I was like, wow, I'm sorry, that sucks for you.
Yeah. She couldn't have been like, hey, you know my vagina's not in my leg, right?
Also, it's internal. But like, I was just like, did you have the sex talk with him?
I mean, I know that's got to be awkward when you're hooking up with someone, but now that I'm older and I give less of a shit about appearances and more of a shit about actually having a good time.
Like connecting with someone other than like physically. Which is the way to go. Now I can bounce. Bounce! Bounce! Oh, I need to bounce here too. Bounce!
You do look like a little purple basketball.
Ball. I'm a purple ball. I'm gonna take the snow with me. Okay, what else do I need to pick up here, Ives? What's left?
Some groceries, some pet food, and...
I'm glad you brought up pet food. That's gonna be important later.
Yeah.
Do I save them? Or do I kill them? Oh, this works well.
My dog was having a nap earlier today. It was super twitchy.
What do you mean my dog was having a nap? All your dog does is nap. Oh, he was having a nap. Like he never has a...
He was super twitchy though. He was kicking his little leg.
He was chasing little bunnies in his dreams. Little doggy dreams of bunny murder. Our dog is like... She's at the point now where like she's having lots of trouble getting up the stairs and getting into bed.
Oh yeah.
But we're not gonna do anything about it until she's like completely incapable of like walking, you know? She's not in pain. That's the thing. She's not in any kind of pain, so we can't take her for a walk anymore because by the midpoint of the walk, I have to carry her, or like we just have to turn around.
Yeah. That's why like I don't walk him as much as I thought I would be walking him when I first got him, because I'm pretty sure he has some form of arthritis because he moves so slowly and he tires out pretty easily, especially if it's like humid or hot at all. So I feel like it's torture more than it is like exercise for him.
And he's a big old panty boy too, right?
What do you mean? Oh,
like you just get him walking and then like
he can't catch his breath.
Yeah, right.
I thought you meant like he likes to sniff panties or...
No, we're not talking about you. You fucking weirdo.
Damn it.
And there's a lock. Alright, I do have to go this way.
And he's passed.
The dog that took a nap. And then took a nap. And then he took a nap. Afterwards, he took a nap.
He will not move either if I try to vacuum my rug.
Oh, he's deaf.
He'll just sit there and like stare at me. Like, what are you doing?
Sweet release of death, take me.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I was convinced that deaf and death were the same thing.
Oh yeah?
And people just couldn't pronounce one right.
I could see that.
Because I'm a smart boy.
Trying to think, there's definitely words that I had that issue with.
I saw a tweet today. One of the guys from the Roast Mortem cast was like, I was today years old when I learned that amnesia and anorexia are two different things. I'm like, that's almost understandable, you know? 'Cause, I mean, at what point is somebody going to correct you on that? How often does that come up?
Right.
Okay, I think I know where I'm supposed to be going. Where do you think we're supposed to go, Ives?
Well, since pretty much everything downwards is pink, I'm going to assume up.
No, you're wrong. We're going down, baby!
Maybe we should do it on the next episode.
Yeah, it's smart.